This is the new hotel, Jaffa Hotel. I think it belongs to the W chain. It used to be owned by the Christians. It was a hospital, a French hospital, later on a church and a nunnery, and now it's a beautiful hotel. I mean, from here it's ugly, but it's really beautiful. It's maintained all the ancient part that you find here, like walls. Not a cheap one, but really beautiful. And if I'll find a place to stay, I will show you something that actually talks to me. And this is the only remain of the monastery that used to be here. The last remain. Oh, a cat. And look at that. It's a floating orange tree. Do-do-doom. Do-do-doom. And a beautiful healthy cat as well. Gosh, this is such a beautiful thing. Let me go backward and take a picture of it. All right, let's start with the orange trees. There were so many orchards here, and the brand Old Jaffa oranges was well famous. Secondly, the sculptor who did it, Ran Morin. Let me show you the name. In 1903, decided to show the world that although the Jews were exiled from the land for 2,000 years, when they came back, they flourished again. Although most of their time they didn't touch the land of Israel. Beautiful idea, isn't it? Remember that door, and let me see if I will be able to show you the pictures that I wanted to show you. This is the first picture that I wanted you to see. You can see how green Jaffa was, and you can see the top of Jaffa as well. So many kind of fruit and vegetables, mainly because we do have fresh water. I mean, just dig for like 2 meters, few feet, and you will find it. Another picture that I want you to see is Jaffa, and if you look carefully you can see that there's no green spaces and it's so crowded. That is Jaffa before the British decided to change the story. This is part of the monastery that used to be instead of the hotel that you saw, but here, that's how it looks like, and that part is already there. I mean, you can see it, but what I wanted to show you that Ran Morin did something like that in Jerusalem. I mean, floating trees. This is olive trees in Jerusalem, and you can find so many kind of different trees all over Israel. That's the works of Ran Morin. That is the most important picture that I wanted to show you. From the door that I'll show you, and I'll show it to you soon again, 2 nuns used to go out. You can see 2 nuns, that's one and that's the other one, used to go out and feed the cats. That was the door, right there, and here you could see the area that they used to feed the cats. They did it at 4 a.m. and 4 p.m. every day. After they took off the monastery, or not, the monastery is still there, but it's not functioning as a nunnery anymore. The nuns are still doing it. They rent an apartment in Jaffa. They didn't move back to Jerusalem, at least that was true before the Corona time. And they stay here to feed the cats. And the beautiful thing is that after they fed the cat, and every cat had their own dish, they told the cats, go away now, because if not, the city hall will catch you, because you're stray cats. Amazing, isn't it? Then, let me organize everything, and we will continue. Yeah, the cat here is looking at me and says, feed me, feed me. Of course. I love cats. Why do we have a lot of cats? Because we have the best climate for cats, and we don't have any other wild animals in Tel Aviv and Jaffa and in Israel. A lot of exhibitions are in the street of Jaffa, and a lot of galleries. Everything is closed now, mainly because of, look at that. Because it's early and coronavirus, there are no tourists here. Let's walk a little bit through the alleys of that beautiful city. I mean, in every alley here is a story. And if you're talking about stories, Napoleon conquered Israel in 1799, and he entered through that area. It wasn't a gate, but he knew that it's the easiest part of Jaffa, and he ordered the general to go through here. And the general, when he entered that area, he smelled wine, good wine. That was the Christian quarter of the old city of Jaffa. And what he did, he entered through that door that used to be a winery, a school winery, until a few years ago, and he found the wine. But what he found more was the exit, or the entrance to the hidden entrance to the city. Above you, this is part of the wall, remember? I mean, that was part of the wall. Then above it, you could find, at that time, more than 4,000 Ottoman soldiers. And he entered through here. And that's how Napoleon conquered the city. Now, that story of the first officer that entered to the city was so famous to some people who lives here that one of them, Menachem Golan, decided to go to Hollywood and to produce Rambo. Then this is the name of the first soldier, the first officer, French officer. Let's face it, Rambo. And I'm sure that I'm not pronouncing it well. It's not an American name. It's so beautiful to see it without tourists. And today there will be a lot of Israelis here.